Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter. Today we're going to do Olaf, so I'm super excited because I didn't know Frozen 2 was coming out, and my daughter is super into Frozen, and I'm never like ahead of the curve. So I feel like maybe this isn't even that much ahead of the curve. But okay, let's do Olaf. We're going to do off the mat. We're going to make him huge. Um, I'm just going to make him a little bit bigger for now. This is definitely not the size that we want to do. It is an SVG that I bought off of Etsy. So I've already um, downloaded the file from Etsy when I purchased it, and then I uploaded it into Design Space. So now it's here. Um, I just want to kind of go over like my thought process on how to make this big. I'm not too worried about how big he is in comparison to Elsa and Anna because I feel like he's so cute. He can stand off by himself, and everybody would recognize him as Olaf. Um, so I kind of want to make him as big as I can, but without any seams. So when you're looking at an image, what you're looking for is, where are your problem spots going to be? And the one that I see right now is his face is the longest. I think is the longest piece. Like his feet, no big deal. These little things, whatever size we make this, these little things will never be more than 12 by 12, right? We can agree on that. Look at the carrot. The carrot isn't even one carrot. It's in three pieces. So we don't need to worry about the orange layer. Really, it's his face and this body. So, if we make everything, if we make it 30 inches, let's try that out, okay? Because I feel like 30 is always a good size to start with. I'm moving my face in case you see that. So I'm going to change this height to 30. And let's just see what happens to our file, okay? So when I do off the mat in the end, what I end up doing is I reduce my screen. So go over here to your bottom left, and this will be highlighted. And I usually go down all the way to 25%, so I'm not scrolling up and down. Okay, so we could just eyeball it, right? Let's move him down to 10. So his face starts at 10, and it ends at like 21 and a half. Which means it's about 11 and a half inches. So at 30 inches, I think his face, because, the problem is with white, even if you use white glitter cardstock, the seams are so noticeable. I wish that either his smile connected here and here, then we would just have this as one piece and then his top half as another piece. But I feel like that would change his actual like real characteristics and recognizability. Those are such words. So let's ungroup this and just double check to see how big this space is. Okay. So let me see if I'm grabbing the white. I'm going to move it out over here. Okay. So right now, the way the white stands is it's 13.75 across, which I'm not too worried about, and then 25.6 down. So let's just contour real quick. And I like contouring because I'm going to hide all, and it kept the face. Let me reduce this so you can see it. So it kept the face. I really just want to know the dimensions of the face. So the dimensions of the face is 8.7 and 12.451. So what we can do is we can put him back to where he was, okay? And we can select all, reduce him a little bit more, and let's see right now, undo, sorry. Let's go over here, highlight his face. That didn't do it. Highlight his face. No. Come on. I think what I can do is highlight his face, go to arrange, send to the front. There. It's now 11.113. We could technically make him a little bit bigger. 1.13. Okay, yeah. Let's make him a little bit bigger. So he's at 26.778. Let's make him 27 point, let's just make him 27. That'll be easier for us later. All right, let's see now what his face is. All right, we can actually, what if we make him 28? And you might not care so much, but okay, 28 is too big. So it's 11.621. So let's do this and make it 27.5. That's still pretty sizable. And let's see what his face is. 11.413. So I think we have a winner. Let's go to contour though and bring back everything. This should say show all contours. There, show all. There we go. So now all of his, he's all back. So this whole thing is 27.5 inches. Let's do it. Oh, you know what though? But let's check his body. Let's see. Is this the white? Yeah. Let's contour. Let's hide all and reduce this so I can see what it is. I want this body. I don't want the face. Let's see how wide this is. Oh, this is fine. It's 9.5 by 9.2. So we're not slicing anything. So pretty much the only thing we're slicing is the black background. And so let's go back to contour. Sorry. I'm going to show all. Okay, we're going to bring him back. So far, let's just look at this. The black outline is not that bad. It's barely going to show. So if you have a little seam, it's not going to be noticeable because everything else is going to be so bright. We're going to do a nice bright white for his whole body. The orange will be like a really pretty bright glittery one too. So I think it'll just distract from the seams totally. And we're not going to have any other seams other than the little black ones, which are going to be like 0.2 of an inch. So, or 0.2 inches, I should say. It'll look really good. So that was my little spiel. Okay, so, and I really like this image because it's broken out into little pieces so that, you know, the body's in 3 pieces. So it's going to be seamless. All right, now that we have that little drill down, let's move everything over. This will be a really easy one. So I like the idea of this. So let's bring in our shapes. Let's bring in our square. This is what we're going to be slicing because right now this image is 17.2 by 27.5 basically. We can't cut that on the Cricut. It's too long and it's also too wide even. So what we can cut are 11 by 11 pieces of cardstock. Technically 11.5 by 11.5, but I don't like dealing with half inches. So I make it 11 by 11. So take this square, go to your size and type in 11. And then when you tab, it will automatically make the other length 11 inches because it's a square. And what you want to do is let's just bring in another square. So we'll duplicate it, sorry. And this is where we're going to make it flush with each other. So you take your first square, you're going to go to the position feature up here. This is your X coordinate and your Y coordinate. So your X coordinates go across here and your Y coordinates go down. So just like graphing in math. So when I click on this square, it tells me it's the X coordinate's 9.167, the Y coordinate's at 4.556. I'm just going to round. I'm going to make this 9 and I'm make this 4 just for the sake of whatever. It doesn't matter. If I put this square close enough to this one, I don't have to do the math. I can just go up here and round. I'll round this to 20 and I'll round this to 4. But if you wanted to know the math, this is what would happen. So when you click on this square, it's at 9, 4. That means go over 9, go down 4. That's the tip of our first square. So if this is at 9, my X coordinate's at 9, I'm going to move over 11 inches. This should be at 24, and it is at 24. So now going down, well, all we'll do is we'll select both these squares, and you do that by hitting the shift key and selecting the next one. You also know in this panel over here, both of these are highlighted. I'm going to duplicate. So we don't have to, get them flush next to each other. We just need to flush this set with this set. If you put it close enough, all you have to do is round again. So right now, your x coordinate's at 9.056, just make that 9. This is at 15.167, make it at 15. All right, and then we'll duplicate again, and then we'll go down here and put it close enough here. And same thing, 9 and 26 is what we want. Okay, so it's all good. We have our 6 squares. So what you want to do is go get our black background. So it's over here. It's highlighted, it's selected. Go to Arrange, send it to the front. So now we're looking at where we're slicing it, okay? So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. If I slice it the way it is right now, this square right here will have a partial face, like his cheek right here. What I don't like is his little fingers are going to be different pieces. This little nugget is going to be cut off right here, which means we're going to have to glue it to the rest of this arm. And we're also going to have to glue this one and this little piece right here, this little sliver. I do not like this at all, okay? And he's a pretty easy figure to deal with. So what I would recommend doing is I'm going to reduce this back to 25%. And I'm going to move this down so that all his digits are going to be one piece. So this doesn't look that bad. His face is going to be a little bit right here. This square is going to be the top of his hair and the rest of his face. This big piece right here is one. It's all attached. This is all attached. Everything looks pretty good. I guess the only thing I would want to try to do is maybe not slice into 5 pieces, but maybe can we get it into 6 pieces? So let's look at that. Oh, we could actually look at that. But no, you know why I don't like it is yeah, I can't do it. So let's just get him in the middle where we know he's going to be nice and stable and big pieces, okay? We could even do this. So this is a big cheek, this face, this whole piece. I kind of like it where it is. Okay, sorry. I'm like really looking in on my piece. All right, so when you're slicing, you can only slice 2 things at one time. That means 1 square at a time with the image, okay? So when you take your cursor or your mouse, you just have to grab a little portion of the image and the square and let go. When you go over to slice, it is available. So we're going to slice. And I'll show you in a second what it looks like when you pick up too many images. So watch. I'm going to select 1 square, the image, and I'm going to accidentally, select this second square. And you'll see slice is not an option because I picked up 3 objects. I picked up 2 squares and the actual image, okay? All right, just a lesson. Okay, so let's continue slicing. And it always does that on the middle one. All you do, I don't like the way that looks, so let's just undo, slice around it. It's just a glitch in the system. It's just a workaround. Okay, so let's do the bottom portion. Let's slice that out. And you can go back and watch. When you go back, it's totally fine. It does that every time, and I could avoid it, but if you're only watching my one video, I kind of want to get it so that don't freak out. Slice this middle portion. Slice. Actually, we don't need to slice it because everything else around it was sliced, so see? Now what I do is I bring everything over. I keep it in order so that I don't have to think about which piece goes where. So that when you take this off the mat and you grab this piece, then you know it's his bottom leg. The slicing results, you can just highlight everything. We don't need it, and you can just delete. This is going to be so easy. I love this one. Okay. Now, Olaf is a little bit too long. He's 12.6 by 23.5. If you had a 12 by 24 piece of cardstock, it would have still been too big, but you could have, we're going to contour this because you want to break this up into pieces anyway. So the way you use contour, if you've never done it, is we're going to break this up into, his face is one piece, 2, 3, and I'll even break up his feet, 4 and 5. I want it into 5 separate pieces, just like this piece, okay? So that means when you contour, you need 5 duplicates of the image, or 5 total images. So here's my second, third, fourth, and fifth. So hit contour, and it brings up the image. Okay, I'm gonna hide all contours, and it basically hid everything. So do you see his face? You need to select all these items so that his teeth appear, his nose, the eyes, and this eyebrow. And then X out of it. And there's his face all by itself. The face is, we know it works because it's 11.4, we did it earlier, by 8. So this will fit on one piece of cardstock. Awesome. Okay, go to contour. Let's do the middle part of his body. Let's hide all. Now, when you hide all, one piece is always still left because if it hid everything, the whole image would disappear. Okay, so what we want is, we want this one. We want the little hole. We don't want the face, so deselect the face. But I didn't deselect the face. There, now I deselected the face. Did I? I think I did. Yes, there's his body by itself. It's 6 by 5. All right, now we want his belly, so contour. Make this the face without anything. I want the body. I want the 2 holes, the 2 buttons where the buttons will be, and then go back and deselect this face. So when we go back here, we have just the body. And now we want the 2 feet separately, okay? So let's do that. Contour. And you can also contour by here. So let's hide all. And do we recognize any of them as the feet? No. Yeah, I'm really bad at shape. So I don't want to select the wrong one. I want this piece, and I don't want the face. So there's his top foot, and let's get his bottom foot. Contour, hide all. We can just scroll down and say we want this one. We don't want the face. And there he is. I love this piece. Okay, this one, we could do the same thing. So we have 4 pieces. So second image, third, fourth, contour. And let's hide all. We can do this panel over here. We have just that. Oops. X out of it. So there's our mouth. Let's go to this one, contour. Hide all. There we go. I want this one. I don't want this one. And there's our first button. Let's go to the next one, contour. Hide all. I want this button. I don't want this guy. So there's my second button and my last button. Contour, hide all. I want this one. I don't want this one. So it's a super fast way to separate everything. Technically, I don't remember what the original dimensions were when it was all grouped together. I don't know. You could have cut it like this if it, I guess you couldn't. But later when we go to cut this piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all like hovering over really close to each other to save my cardstock. So do you see, like, instead of wasting a lot of space, I can cut it like so, okay? These 3 pieces are so close together, I'm going to keep it together. Now the branches, I'm not going to cut it like this. It's a lot of wasted space in the middle. We could slice it. I will keep these three together because they're so close. So let's contour. So here's our second and our third. Let's go to contour. Let's hide all and see what it did. Yeah, and where are you? Okay, it left this arm. Great. So there's this arm. Let's go to contour. And in this case, because I want the mix, to deselect it. It's not deselecting. I think it's this arm and this arm. There. So these are the top. Perfect. And then I want this arm left, right? So let's go to contour. Let's hide all. I think it's this arm and I don't want this arm. And there. I think we are done. All right. So let's save it. And darn it, I should have saved it at the beginning. Olaf, I think 27.5 inches. Okay. And let's go to make it. And I'm just going to show you on the screen how I minimize everything. So let's see. This can it fit? I don't, well, let's see. Let's make this 12 by 24. Did it help me? No, it didn't. Let's bring this guy over and see if we can make everything fit. Move to another map. And let's move it to this one. And even if you don't have a 12 by 24 piece of cardstock, you can trick the system by, by putting two 12 by 12 pieces. So this is good up here. And we just need to move this guy down. So instead of 3 pieces of, pretty cardstock, we can make this 2 pieces. And we can make it really usable pieces. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this up, up there. I'm going to see if this fits up there. Oh, it does. Right. So now this piece, oh, look. Can I fit him in here? That would be pretty awesome. Oh, wait, does he fit? No, he doesn't. But I think he would fit. No, he doesn't. Okay, that's all right. So we will get him to fit here. We will get you to fit up here. And so this is one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. The eyes can always, this can be usable for next time. But, now we have on this bottom half, we have 3 inches by 12 that's usable for next time. We even have this little piece right here that's usable for next time. So I like that. Okay, let's go to our brown pieces. I definitely can make this better, right? We can make the 2 sticks a little bit more efficient. And like so. Because then next time you have all of this over here to use. Our orange is fine. This we can make better, right? We can move this over. So now we're using just 5.5 by a little bit over 7. So you have a lot of cardstock left to use for your next project. Okay, now our black, I think we can consolidate a little bit more. So let's see, just in case. So we have that. I think I want to move this piece to that first mat. I'm just seeing what I can get away with. because this is still a big piece. Let's see what we have over here. Yeah, see, I think this can be moved. So let's move, let's move this guy to another mat. Let's move him to this one. Okay, and he fits right there, perfect. And then this guy, let's move him to another mat. And let's move him to the last one. Perfect. We could, oh man, is there a possibility of, I don't think we can. I don't think I can make this any less pages, but he's now 3 sheets of cardstock. That's not bad. So you have 2 sheets of white, I mean, a third of a brown, this little one of orange and a gray, and 3 sheets of black. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets of cardstock for a 27-inch piece. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm excited. This one was super easy. I hope you make it. Give me some feedback and I will make it myself. I will probably cut this tomorrow and then video piecing it together. All right, thanks guys.